We bringing K-pop and K-drama into STEM education. I finally can tell my student, your grandmother can code better than you.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Danny from Science Centre Singapore, and welcome to the first of a series of one-on-one video conferencing interviews with valued partners of Science Centre Singapore. Today we have with us a special guest from ITE College West School of Electronics and Infocom Technology, none other than Mr. William Tan Boon Wee, who is the head of technology projects there. Mr. William, a warm welcome to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me for this interview.
So perhaps just to start off with, why don't you let us know what do you do at ITE College West?
Oh, basically, as you introduced, I'm a head of technology projects, but basically I run the first ITE makerspace in the whole ITE, which is called eSpace. It's a place that we actually introduce very interesting STEM educates and bring in latest technology to introduce to them and get them really excited about technology. So we're actually running things like the new ABC. Have you heard before? A, B, C, D, E.
What is that?
A is AI, artificial intelligence. B is Bitcoin or big data. C is cyber security. D is drone. And E is electronics.
Wow, sounds exciting. Sounds quite holistic as well for your students. Can you tell us perhaps what is the most interesting part of your job at the moment?
The most interesting job at the moment is you get play with very cool STEM educates. For example, you can see this is look like a Lego, but this is actually UPTech UKit. It's an Arduino-based, brick-based robot that you can build AI car with it.
Wow!
And I also play with things like this, drones.
Oh, cool!
This is Dello EDU, which we fly swarm drones, and you can see we actually fix our own lights. We can fly 25 of them, and we can do AI with this. And last but not least, I also have toys. Well, you can call it STEM toys. This Alpha Mini. I think the video may not able to see. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, this has a built-in AI, and you can ask him to do kung fu push-ups, and you program it using block programming. You can do it with Android programming and make cool projects out of it. And finally, last but not least, we play with the latest technology. If you can see, this is the Intel Motivius. This is actually an edge computer. So we are computing that we are teaching students how to use this to do AI projects. So these are little cool stuff that we can play with in my area of work.
So maybe at this time, you can share some slices of your primary and your secondary school life with us.
Wow, that is very long history. Well, let me try. It started off with a little boy that the mom has brought him Lego sets. And this little boy start to play with Lego, build their own starship, and dreaming that we will build the latest spaceship that can go to the space. And that started my passion with STEM. And after that, when I go to secondary school, I'm very thankful that my secondary school, which is Pasir Ris Secondary, I'm the second batch of the Computer Appreciation Club members. So what we did there is, during that time I think the computer is very rare, but there's only a few. All my friends want to play game. For me and some few more friends, we are very interested to make games. So we actually borrow book from libraries and start coding GW Basic. During that time, it's GW Basic. So we start learning coding all the way. Then finally, when you reach to poly, right? During secondary school, we actually, because of our coding experience, I started off some teaching other students how to do coding. But when it comes to poly, I entered into electronics, and that deepened my skill and deepened my passion into learning. That is in Nanyang Poly. So I did very interesting projects. Actually, we make during that time is breadboard, and we put high pulses of electricity into a minister's hand and make his hands move. And looking back, that is a very dangerous move because it's breadboard, Breadboard is so shaky, and we are doing 100 over volt and pumping into a minister's hand. Well, I actually, I think my lecturer is thinking my head will roll if something go wrong.
So currently, what has been the biggest challenge for you at the workplace?
Our students love K-pop and K-drama.
Wow.
So can we bring in K-pop and K-drama into STEM education? You can. What happened is we have a close partnership with our Korean friends. They are also zealously into STEM education. So why not get their young people and our young people work together? And obviously, every year we try to go to South Korea. This year we are very sad because of COVID-19. But we are going soon to have an online overseas exchange program. And that excites our students. That will make them very excited, saying that, okay, I need to really impress my Korean friends, So I need to come in to really know my coding stuff, know my AI stuff. That is one secret formula to get students interested. Of course, the other way is we bring in very cool STEM education kits, as I just now showed, drones, robots, even robotic so-called tanks, which I didn't have here because I didn't bring it home. So it's to attract them and get them excited and really go deep into the STEM skills.
Maybe if you could sum up your profession in one word, what would that be?
So it's make, M-A-K-E. So as the maker movement, is really to get our young people, ourselves, get our hand dirty to create something useful that is able to social impact our society. So that's the key thing. Make is a very good word, is to get them really excited and go deep into AI skills. And that is the thought that we have. As AI is going to be their future.
What do you enjoy doing outside of work?
Oh, outside of work, nothing related to STEM. There's one that's related. I love jogging, I love running, and appreciate nature along the way, and start to take very interesting photos like Kuligo. I live near Bukit Timah and Bukit Batok area, so I can see this flying fox, Kuligo. So if I can take a snapshot, I will take a snapshot. I also enjoy taking hyperlapse of clouds, thunderstorm. It's related to science. So recently, my friend on Facebook saying that I should switch my job to become a weatherman. I enjoy traveling. Unfortunately, COVID-19, we can't go. So I like to bring students to Korea, to Taiwan. If possible, if COVID-19 is released, is better, we would like to bring them to Shanghai to visit our partners there. We have close partnership with some companies there. So we need to open our students' perspective of the future. The future can be in Asia. The future can be in China. The future can be in Europe. We need to expose them as much as possible.
All right. So if you could share one piece of advice with students who are possibly considering careers in STEM, what piece of advice would that be?
The advice I will give them is, don't be afraid of problems. Problems will give you deep skills. Okay. What I mean by that is, as long as you get your hand dirty, you will gain something that is very rewarding. But if you just sit down there afraid of problems, you won't gain anything. There's a saying, no pain, no gain. So work on it, persevere, don't give up. So STEM education, it may be tough, but it is very, very rewarding. Once you're able to get it up, you can build things that benefit society, benefit people. One of the most rewarding is I just recently trained a group of seniors at Taman Jurong, and the oldest, if I'm not wrong, is 72 years old, and today she can do Python programming on her own.
Wow.
And that's the reason why I love this group, because I finally can tell my student, your grandmother can code better than you.
Well, thanks so much for your time today, William. Bye.
Bye-bye.